How's it going, everyone out there on YouTube? This is Runaway Charlie. We're here back in the old humble abode. As you can see, we're back in the room. And as you can also see, there's a little bit of action going on behind the camera. There's a little bit of something fun going on. We've now hired on to the Runaway Charlie. We finally have enough funds. We've hired a camera woman. She's pretty beautiful. She's got a fat ass. We only hire women with the fattest asses at Runaway Charlie establishment. But we now have a cameraman for some videos, so maybe sometimes you'll see me being recorded. And it's a little awkward for me because I'm usually used to talking to myself. This camera woman is also my girlfriend, who I've hired on. And maybe she doesn't get paid. She might not get paid.
Kinda sounded like you were being held at gunpoint there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say yesterday, me and my girlfriend were out at the dispensary, and we were picking up wax because we recently got into wax, which I'm probably do a video in the near future covering, doing some wax. But while we were there, I saw on a big LED sign, I saw a sign that said a new pen, and it's called the TerpKings. Now, I have never heard of this brand, but I think it's also not an up and coming, but this is a new brand. The advertising, it was really cool. They had a lot of I didn't take any pictures, but there were just cool designs, and they had like them showcased and stuff. So I'm pretty excited to try this. This will be the first dispensary pen that we smoke on the channel, so this is gonna be kind of interesting. We're used to that shit pack from the fucking smoke shops, but today we got Preem here. So I'm gonna open it up, and I've also never seen this. I've never seen it in a package that you have to rip off. It's cool that it's resealable, or it might not be. But we're gonna open it. It says delightful dessert. Now that's an intriguing title there. Designed for a smooth and flavorful, balanced vaporizing experience, and that's just like an AI-ass cover. Also, shout out to the Geek Bar gang. If my channel ever gets big enough, I would love to get sponsored by these guys. Today we're puffing on frozen white grape, unrelated to the review, but good smokes altogether. Very good smokes. So. We're gonna open up TerpKing. What is this? 500 milligram disposable. I think it's a 0.5 gram. So we're also going to be, I'm gonna break this open, we're gonna smoke it, review, let it simmer. But I also got a comment on my channel, which I need to get my phone out so I can figure out who that is. So not that long ago, about a month ago, so I'm sorry for the late response on this, but I got a comment from, how do you spell this? It's VaceyTime887 saying, you should give us a story time about when you first started smoking. Now, that's really interesting question because, this is a little bit rare, but I've actually had plenty of different smoking first time things. I've had first time eating edibles, I've had first time smoking an actual joint, I've had bong rips, and wax, which was most recently, but we won't cover that. First, let's get a little fucking stoned. Let's smoke a little.
Woo!
We'll let camera woman take a few ribs. We'll get her input too, and maybe we'll find a common ground in between on what we want to. Fucking video's gonna be 10 minutes of me trying to open this shit.
Oh.
God damn.
Hi, low key.
Let's get a whiff of that.
Here,
Get a whiff of
you
that.
guys.
Yeah, get a whiff of that.
Oh.
It's the stank pack. That smells pretty fucking good. That ain't bad.
It smells really good.
Alright, so let's whip this baby out. Here we get to the design. Now these are what was prominently advertised there when we were there on the screens. And pretty fucking slick look. I've said it in the past. I know stoners don't really care about what their shit looks like. But this is kind of gas. Wouldn't you say? We're gonna take a few rips, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about my first time smoking.
Blinker hits only.
Okay, I don't know if that blinks.
I don't think it does, because that was a big hit.
Okay. First impressions, taste is nice. So, the difference that you're always gonna get when you go to a smoke shop or if you go to, a dispensary, you can taste the quality in a dispensary pen over, because they can be a little bit more harsh at smoke shops. I'm gonna take one more rip, then we're gonna let the camera woman rip it, let it simmer, and talk a little bit. Don't get too much smoke. Alright. Yeah, the smoke's kind of strange on it. We'll say that. The smoke it looks like it doesn't give you its full. That one, hang on though, because that was a
And we're back.
few coughs later. She took it. What are you thinking? How does that hit with you?
I think it hit really clean, and I agree it has like an earthy.
Yeah.
I mean, it hits smooth though. You just gotta like inhale a little harder. All right, I don't think this pen does blinkers.
Good hits though. So we hit the pen. We're gonna let it simmer. It's already hitting me. I can tell because I'm tweaking a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
The comment asked, what was the first time that you had smoked? Now, I have smoked for the first time on many occasions. The first that comes to my mind, we had gotten some weed off of a friend. It was me and my girlfriend. We weren't even 21 yet.
No, it was for our 2-year anniversary, so we were like 19, 20.
Yeah, we were about 19, 20 at this point, and we pick up the weed from this friend of sorts, was a sort of, we'll just say an acquaintance. We pick it up. It comes in this like little tube. We thought it was so cool. We had the lighter and everything. And so we pull up to the parking garage, and we pull in. Mind you, never smoked weed, don't know anything about weed. We pull in, we roll the windows down, and we're like, dude, we're about to get fucked up. This is gonna be interesting, our first time smoking weed. And mind you, the person that we bought this from, actually, I wanna say would have a lot of experience smoking where I had none. But anyways, to make a long story short, for the first time, we smoke it all the way down, and it got to the point where we were like, maybe I'm tweaking? Like, I can't tell if this is how it's supposed to feel. And I know for your first time smoking, you don't always feel the effects the first time, so maybe that could have been it, but for all of us, the weed was kind of boof. That shit was not it. It was not good. So we drove home sober, whatever. The first time that I had ate edibles was, oh god, when was this? This was like 3 years back, maybe.
So this was like shortly after we smoked for the first time.
Okay,
This was
yeah.
like that fall.
So round 2, we're like, let's go the fucking edible route, right? Let's go edible, simple, you eat it and you get stoned. You ain't even gotta smoke it. So we actually go to my girlfriend's somewhat friend, more of an acquaintance, less an acquaintance now, and they were like, yo, we're selling some edible brownies, like, you trying to cop some? We're like, yeah, of course, let's buy some.
Yeah, like
really
she was
good.
giving us a discount of like super cheap.
Super cheap shit, and we're like, yeah, like, let's get it, we'll get fried, whatever. It was edible brownies. Either we went to her house or we met her somewhere. Basically, we picked it up, and it was like this, I don't even remember how big.
It was in like an aluminum foil,
yeah,
like
aluminum foil weed brownie. So we drive home, we're hyped, we're like, let's fucking go, dude. We don't even know what it's like to get stoned yet. We get into my room and we break it out and we're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. All right. So we cut it in half, and I remember we're both, I think we even did like a little clink or something.
yeah, we like cheers it,
And so we put it in, we're eating it, we're like, and it has the most god-awful weedy taste to it. I'm not kidding, guys. This was one of the worst tasting edibles. And mind you, in this time, the long time I've had it, we've had gas station edibles or like smoke shop edibles. They hit and they were nasty, but nothing as near as gag-worthy as this. Now,
something was wrong with those brownies.
no, yeah, because I'm almost willing to bet they didn't concentrate it. I think they broke up the weed and put it in there. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it tasted like. So we ate it, horrible. I almost spit it out and threw up, but I didn't spit it out and throw up. We sat around, waited for the effects, and another fucking dud. I tell you, I stomached these dirt fucking pot brownies, and for nothing. It wasn't even worth it. Didn't even get a high payoff for it.
I remember at that point you were like, I don't think I can smoke, I just think I don't get high. Like at that point
I was a denier until this one. It was actually a few months later. I just kind of gave up on smoking at that point or trying to get high. I was like, you know, it's not for me. We'll pack it up. We won't do anything. Also, side note, not to interrupt the story, I'm feeling geeked in a mug right now. I'm feeling it, you know.
Yeah, as someone who also hit this pen, I'm
gonna give it.
I'm feeling it. It gave me a head change.
I'm tweaking. It feels like a different vibe with a camera person because it feels like I have someone else here, so it's not as weird. So I think the vibes are flowing better. I got, you know, I'm feeling pretty high, but I just wanted to do a side note. I'm geeked. So for the first time I ever smoked, it was me and my buddy, and I remember talking about this buddy in another story. I think it was regarding abandoned building hunting, is what it was. Same buddy. We need to give him a name. So I don't remember what I gave him last time.
Nelson, maybe?
We'll go with Nelson. My good buddy Nelson. Me and Nelson, well actually, Nelson had just come to my house. It was just whatever, chilling. Nice situation, cool in it. We didn't even smoke weed at this point, but they pull out of their pocket but I still remember a little black, glossy looking pen, had the wax in it, whatever, and I'm like, what is this? At this point, I didn't even hit nicotine. I didn't even like smoking nicotine. I remember the first time I smoked nicotine, which I'll get into. Actually, I'll just cover it real quick. The first time I got nicotine, I smoked a whole Mr. Fogg. It died on me and it started blinking. I didn't know that meant you had to charge it, and I threw it away. And then I quit for like 4 months. And then I smoked it, and now I currently smoke a lot of nic. He comes in with the wax thing, and he's like, this is pot. Like, you want to smoke it? It's a wax pen. And I was like, I don't even know why, but I was like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? Why not? So I take it from him. I think I hit it one time. A solid, medium-sized hit, blew it out, tasted good. And I remember I just started grinning ear to ear. I felt like the Cheshire Cat, the way that my smile, it felt all the way up here with how giddy I was. I was so happy. The first time smoking, like, it all just hit me, and I just felt overwhelmed. I almost felt really hot in my face, is what it felt like, and I knew I was tweaking. And I specifically remember I was hungry after doing said smoking, so I ate a whole thing of Ritz crackers. I ate the entire, it was like one of those tubes of it. I ate the entire thing of it, and it was fucking delicious. Crackers smack when you're high.
And valid.
It was valid. It was a good smoke. I've smoked the bong. The first time I smoked the bong, it was simple. I went to a smoke shop. I had an old dealer who actually lives down the road from me now. We don't deal with him anymore, but he could make a funny story. He could make an interesting story.
Fake cake pins.
He was. We bought fake cake this guy that we bought, like I said, that lives down the road, we bought fake cake carts off of him. I got stuck in his road one time. Plenty of occurrences with him. He gave me dog shit prices. And if you guys, that could be a separate story. But I remember I bought 2 grams off of him. Thought I was a hot shot. Here's 20. Biggest purchase of the day from you is 2 grams. So I give him that. I take 2 grams home on my shitty blue grinder. I just bought a new piece from, and I think before this I was smoking joints. Maybe if that. I never even bought like real flour. So I bought a bong from my local, smoke shop, scammed me, whatever, go home, and I remember sitting there, and I was on FaceTime with my friend, and I think he might even still have the video. I don't know if he has the video, but it's me for the first time hitting the bong, and I smoked it, and it felt like the first time I ever smoked, like again. Those are pretty much all my first experiences with weed. There's some other little stories that I might tell one day, but the other one would be my first time eating shrooms. I have never talked about that, so that could be a story if you guys ever want to hear about the first time I ate shrooms. I tripped out a little bit and had a whole fun time. But other than that, I think we'll hit the pen another time, and I think I'm ready to review it and be done. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give this pen
At least an 8 or 9?
I think it'd be like an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'll put a little bit of light on it because I know this whole thing I've been rambling about my first time smoking this, my first time smoking that.
So 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. The TerpKings. If you guys are over 21, you can go pick this up at a dispensary. It's a new release. I'm in love with it. Might go pick it up again and smoke some more. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. New content coming in the future. I'm probably gonna do some wax videos. We have videos of us wanting to go explore a little bit, and we might have a new camera woman. So tell me what you guys think about her. Leave some comments down below. And other than that, I think we're gonna end it here. Any signing off words?
Bye.